are here today with the legendary.
Bow down and worship him. Oh, worship him.
Pastor Benny. I was at the service the other day. I met Gerry. Thanks for the anointing, Father. Oh, the glory. No, we're here with the legendary Gerry Gillespie. He has been a wonder to this area for a long time. He is a teacher par excellence, musician extraordinaire.
Yes, sir.
And just an overall great guy. You've been a great friend to many people, a great mentor. And thank you for being on this show with us today.
No problem.
For the people who will watch this in days going by, they'll get a chance to know about you and about, especially the younger generation, about all what God has done through you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your early years. How'd you get started playing all these instruments?
Okay, let's see. Where do we start?
Move up a little bit so folks can hear you.
I started, must have been about 7 or 8 years old, playing on my mother's dining room table.
Mm-hmm.
Put records on, playing with it. Then when my brother and I, we went to Florida, and we came back, and my dad was like, "Oh, we got something for you." My mother, of course, you know how the mothers and fathers do. What you doing all that for? Well, dumb, we knew what they got. So we got a piano. So I walked in the house and just immediately started playing.
What?
Yeah.
You got me stuck. I've been playing since I was 18 months old, but it wasn't a suddenly situation. You had a miracle situation. You just walked on. So I guess it was already in your head. You had been hearing some melodies.
Actually, my grandmother had a piano. No, my aunt had a piano. My grandmother would come to my aunt's house and play. So we just sat down and started playing.
Wow. So what happened after that? Well, formal lessons started early?
I took formal lessons when I was in 6th grade and didn't like the teacher because the teacher never let us play. The teacher would play for us. She would ball her hand up and put her finger up and play. It's like, get a finger out.
What good is that? Yeah.
Right. That's when I said, "Mom, I can't do this no more." I mean, lesson was only $5. Well, I said, "Save your $5 because this is not going to work."
Wow.
So she said, "Okay, well, that's good. You got to go." Then a couple years later, we went to another lady. And my first lesson, the lady said, "Bring all your books." Brought the book. She opened the book and said, "Your first lesson is this. I'm going to give you both a pencil. And I want y'all to erase every letter out of your book." And she said, "Because you'll never learn how to read that way."
Wow.
I said, "Okay." So we sitting there for a whole 30 minutes, erasing out the book. I'm like, "We still got to pay for this?" "Yeah, you still got to pay for this." So, okay.
Wow. So tell me about high school and college.
High school. Let's see. Well, let's go back to junior high school.
Come on now.
Junior high school. That was so many years ago. Good gracious life. Fossils and dinosaurs and, I know Jesus wrote on the first stone to Moses, but he wrote the second stone for me. That's where I learned how to play saxophone. In the 9th grade. Yeah, 9th grade. And I just picked up saxophone because my dad played saxophone. So I said, I want to play. My dad plays saxophone. Then I got to high school. They didn't have any saxophones, so I had to play bass drum. Then after bass drum, got back to playing saxophone and started picking up everything I could see. Trombone, baritone, tuba.
Yeah.
Just started picking up everything and started playing.
I done seen you play them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, all this was in high school?
All in high school.
Where'd you go to high school?
I heard you on here talking about the Duke Ellington School of the Arts.
Him,
but,
not us. Him.
Okay, amen. But I was supposed to go to Duke Ellington. Got accepted for the 9th grade year and 10th grade year, but saw some things. I said, I don't think I want to go here. Plus, I want to play football. So I went to the Woodrow Wilson Senior High School.
Come on now.
The school that sits high
and looks low.
And looks low. I told you, I'm opening that building. Get my and.
Yeah, that app. Listen, you have played for a lot of people.
Yes.
Just for the record, tell some of the folks that you had the privilege of playing for and playing with and working with.
Oh, let's see. Where do I begin? Well, of course, everybody knows I did the whole thing with William Beckton.
Yeah.
Done Aretha Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, I can't even. The list is just. I stopped counting and thinking about it.
We know you've been around.
And you've arranged for a lot of people.
Yes.
And now you're at UDC teaching choir.
Yes, gospel studies.
Yeah, gospel studies.
coordinator.
That's why I met you, because we both fellow UDC.
Yes.
So just give the people who don't know just a little bit of your experience from UDC in terms of undergrad through grad school.
Undergrad was the best. That was the best decision I ever made, because I had a full 4-year scholarship to Maryland Eastern Shore, and the director called me and said, "Mr. Gillespie, we have you down. You have a GPA of 1.4." I said, 1.4? He said, I don't have a GPA of 1.4. So he says, well, we can't offer you the scholarship. I said, okay, fine. So I went to UDC, and that's when the floodgates just opened.
Wow.
Meet Calvin Jones.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. That was like how can I put this? He was like the person that got in my head before he knew he was in my head. I mean, it was like it's like okay, everything this man does is like, this is incredible.
Right.
Let me try that. Let me try this. Let me listen to this. Let me watch him play. Let me watch him do this. And watching him do all that, I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. He was, and like I said, when I say he opened me up, he opened me. I went in. I was playing saxophone in a jazz band. Then the bass player graduated. And I said, I can play bass. PT, man, go get the bass. Okay, PT is a long story. I take it. So then, piano player graduated. PT, I need you to play piano. Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Now, were you playing fluently in these different positions? Like, so saxophone was your main thing.
Yes,
yes. Were you playing the other instruments?
Yes.
You can. Okay.
Yes.
All right. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Man, you're a genius, man. I'm sitting looking at you. I'm just trying to draw out of your head what's in there. I know it's impossible, but I'm just trying to do it. You've been a church musician for many, many years now, too, as
42.
well. For 42 years, and playing. I mean, how do you balance church with jazz and all that? I mean, how do you switch up your brain? Because they both intersect, but it's a specific style to jazz, specific style to church.
Well, gospel is my first love.
Okay.
Yes, I can play everything else, but I look forward. Like just this weekend, I had to do 2 shows, one in Annapolis and one in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Then I had to drive home and get that much sleep. I had to get up, go to church, play 2 services, cut the church off, go to another show, play another show after Sunday night. And it's like, it's like people say, well, how do you do it? I don't know. They're like, it's like a billion songs up there. People call songs. Do you know that song? No, I don't know that one. Start playing it. Oh, that one. Okay.
It's compartmentalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. I mean, so who are some of your musical heroes? Who comes to mind when you think about musical heroes?
George Duke.
Yes.
Joey DeFrancesco. Henry Davis. Robert Fryson. Richard Smallwood, of course. Just a lot of. I listen to a lot of piano players.
Right.
I mean, saxophone players is Kirk Whalum.
Right.
Stop the line right there. Kirk Whalum. Done.
Wow. And as a horn player, you saying that's an awesome thing to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Sure. You have gone through incredible health challenges.
Yes, I have.
And you have managed to play and keep things going in the midst of all of that. And you're still waiting, if you don't mind me talking about it, you're still waiting for a kidney?
Yes.
And I mean, how have you been able to manage all that, going to dialysis and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I'll tell you, it's when I first started going dialysis, it was a mindset. At first, I was like, man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. And the center, when I first got to the center was like just dull, and everybody was sitting there all just dreary looking. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I can't do this every day. So then I just said, you know what? Pull out the Gerry. So I just started going there acting totally crazy. And people started coming around. Now everybody acts crazy.
Party at the dialysis center.
Yeah, it's like honestly, I believe if that never happened, I wouldn't be here.
Wow. And God has kept you.
Yes, He has.
And you're on the list, and God's going to deliver.
Exactly.
Yeah, we believe that in the name of Jesus,
Amen.
and you just keep inspiring us, man. I mean, you've done so much. I'm trying to think of all the questions I have in my mind to ask you, but you've done so much with your life.
Yeah.
What's the wildest musical experience you've had?
The wildest musical experience I had was the first time I played with Aretha Franklin. And I was playing organ.
Mm-hmm.
And for y'all people who don't read music, learn to read music.
Mm-hmm.
The book, literally, I kid you not, was that thick.
Wow.
Of music. You go in, you crack the book. They give you the sheet list. You got to go through all the music and find the song, pull it out. Okay. Lined up all my music on the top of the organ, reading, playing. The very end, she comes over. She goes off and does an encore. She does I think it was Freeway of Love.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes over to the organ. She's leaning back with the microphone, singing, doing all them wonderful, taking my air away Aretha runs. I'm like, oh my goodness. So she says, "Hi, how you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
She brought a bottle of water, a box of tissues, and a fan that you open up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there reading the music. She comes over to the organ. She's like, "How you doing, baby?" Boom. Sets it right on top of the music.
Mm-hmm.
Gets the box of tissues. Oh. Puts it right on top of the music.
Mm.
Takes the fan, puts it right on top of the music to the fact where I couldn't see nothing on
my
the page.
gosh.
But see, that's where he comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the song.
Mm.
So I said, okay, we're just going to keep playing. Just getting grooving, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
End of the night, her music director comes and says, "Miss Franklin would like to know if you want to go on tour with her."
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When we leaving?
Right.
Yeah,
She set you up.
yeah, but I mean, she was.
She's a player too, though.
Oh God.
Yeah.
She sang. Which show was that? We were in Massachusetts, and I say this, and jazz lovers don't take this wrong, because I know y'all folks out there. I'm an Etta James fan and all this.
Mm-hmm.
Etta James will never have to sing at last ever again in life.
Mm. Aretha. Huh?
Oh my God. The whole band was like slayed. Oh my God. It was just.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what advice do you give to young musicians who are striving to do things? I mean, you arrange, you play, you can sing too, you scat, you do multiple genres of music, and there's some cats that are in their 20s, 30s that are doing very, very well. Very proud of what Brandon Macklin's doing, what Mike Reed Jr. is doing. But what advice do you give to the musician who's in church, who is trying to make it? What do you tell them right now?
First thing is stay humble.
Mm-hmm.
The big head will get you nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It won't. It just doesn't work.
Mm.
Stay humble. Practice your craft. Like I said, I don't practice anymore, and I hate to say that, but I don't practice anymore. But I can still practice when I need to practice.
Mm-hmm.
But reading, you have to learn how to read. If someone calls you for a job, be to the job early.
Mm-hmm.
Have everything they have. You need 3 things: a black suit, a blue suit, and a tuxedo. You need those 3 things.
Wow,
Come on.
Because,
that's good.
Because you never know what call you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up on the gig, you're gonna, it's like like young folks go to church today. I'm not knocking young folks going to church today, but all these little torn up shirts and overalls and stuff. I know God can get the glory out of it, but we got to present ourselves as more than the world.
Mm-hmm.
Just practice your craft, and if you have an instrument, make sure your instrument's in working condition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so much more, but
Last but not least, if that's even a phrase anymore,
it is. That's what I came up on. Last but not least.
What are your future aspirations? Like, what's the future hold for Gerry Gillespie?
Well,
what would you like for it to hold? What dreams?
Have you done a project yourself? You?
no, and it's funny you say that, because it's 25 years since the Lord gave me a project.
Mm-hmm.
And the project was called "And They Played Hymns."
Mm-hmm.
I did one song
Mm-hmm.
at Milt Matthews Studio.
Wow.
When I was working there,
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing I did.
Okay.
Wow. Well, you know, I love hymns, man.
Yeah.
We need to work it out.
Hey, definitely.
Whatever I can do to help you.
I've been working on another song. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's an R&B song that I put a gospel song over top of it. I was driving. I had just gotten back from New York from the Yankees game. Go Yankees! And it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving down the Beltway, and this song popped in my head, and the other song popped in my head, and I heard it just like I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I heard it just that clear, and it was like, yeah. So I went home because I had to go to dialysis next day. Ran dialysis. When I got back home, I went immediately downstairs and started playing. It's like,
well, look, man, we need to get that together. And whatever other dreams you got, you know, hey, look, we ain't getting no younger. We only live once.
Listen.
So let's make it happen.
Listen. I told him I just celebrated 52.
Hey, praise God. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
I've enjoyed myself.
It's been a pleasure having you.
Doctor.
For more information on how to become a guest on Real Talk with Phillip Carter, or for general inquiries, please email us at realtalkwithphillipcarter@yahoo.com. Tune in next Monday for another edition of Real Talk with Phillip Carter.